Alright, HL, I hope you're well. I hope you had a look at the last video that I posted. I think it was um, on finding the angle using the cosine rule. Sorry, had a mental block there. Okay, so we're going to look at the cosine rule proof. So we've got our non-right angle triangle, and we are labeling it using the same kind of convention, capital letters for angles, small or lowercase letters for the sides. So if this is large capital C, then this is little c. This whole side is little b, and opposite over here, this side is small case lowercase a. And what we're going to start off by saying is that in triangle ABD, so in triangle A, B, and we're going to label this point D, that and if I've got triangle ABD, I know that this side is C. Let's call this H, because usually by convention the perpendicular height we call H. Let's call this side DCX, which means that if this is X and the whole thing is B, then A to D is B minus X. Okay, so that's from there to there. Okay, so in triangle ABD, we can use our Pythagoras' theorem, which says that C squared is equal to H squared plus B minus X all squared. And similarly, in the other triangle, triangle BDC, I can say that A squared is equal to H squared plus X squared. So that's just using our, that is using Pythagoras, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm going to rearrange both of these. So in order to make this hopefully a little bit clearer, let's call this one 1 and let's call this one 2. So equation 1, if I rearrange it for H squared, I can say that H squared is equal to C squared minus B minus X squared. And if I do the same for the second equation, number 2, rearrange it for H squared, I can say that it is the same as A squared minus X squared. Now, as C squared minus B minus X all squared is equal to H squared, which is also equal to A squared minus X squared, then these two equations equal each other. So I can have something like this. So I can have C squared minus B minus X all squared is equal to A squared minus X squared. So hopefully you can kind of see where I'm going with this. Next step, what do you think? Okay, good. You're going to expand this. Now do it for me, please. Pause the video and have a go. Okay, so hopefully you've had a go at that. I'm going to expand it. So I've got B squared minus 2bx plus x squared. Now I'm keeping that in my brackets. Okay, just so I don't make any mistakes with my positive and negatives. Now I'm going to expand out, so it's minus b squared. Minus times a minus gives me a positive 2bx, and then that gives me a minus x squared. Alright, so I'm going to take everything over to the one side. I'm going to leave it with the c squared here. So that means I'm going to add on b squared, I'm going to subtract 2bx, I'm going to add on x squared. So I'm going to do the same over here. I'm going to add on b squared, I'm going to subtract 2bx, I'm going to add on x squared. So on the left hand side, well, I'm just left with c squared. On the right hand side, I've got a squared plus b squared, a squared plus b squared. What happens? The x squareds, well, they're going to cancel. and I've got minus 2bx. Alright, so we're getting closer and closer to what we want, closer to the cosine rule. The only issue is, well, this x. How are we going to cope or deal with that? Okay, so how do we get rid of this x? Okay, well, let's go back to see what x is. So x is this length dc in this right angle triangle. Okay, now we know with the cosine rule we're going to want to involve cos in here somewhere. So let's look at this particular angle. Actually, let me just do a little sketch. I'll try and make it neat. So this is x, this is c, this is h, and the top one is b, and this is a. So let's look at angle c. So using our regular trig, cos of angle c, cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, because remember k. So the adjacent is, well, that's the opposite, that's the hypotenuse. Adjacent is x, hypotenuse is a. And what I can then do is rearrange this to give me x is equal to a cos c. And I can take this information and substitute it in for x. So I'm going to take that and sub it in. So this is going to give me c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2b. X is a times cos of c. So that is our cosine rule, which we have now proven using some Pythagoras and just regular trigonometry. Okay, so that's the proof of the cosine rule, and make sure you know how to reproduce that. To be honest, I've not seen it asked in a question before for it to be reproduced, but with this new syllabus, you never know, they may just put it in there, okay? Chances are, if they do want you to do it, they will guide you through it step by step, so it won't be as difficult as it first looks. There is the other video that you can have a look at to remember the angle using the cosine rule. That should be reviewed from last year, but it also directs you to some questions that you can do. And there's also this question, which is an exam question, which I would like you to have a go at. So you will need to pause this to kind of have a read. I'll go through it with you first. Adam sets out for a hike from his camp at point A. He hikes at an average speed of 4.2 kilometers per hour for 45 minutes. 4.2 kilometers per hour, 45 minutes, on a bearing of 35 degrees from the camp until he stops for break at point B. Adam leaves point B on a bearing of 114 and continues to hike for a distance of 4.6 until he reaches point C. Adam's friend Jacob wants to hike directly from the camp to meet Adam at point C. Okay, and so you have to answer these following questions. So have another read, pause as you need, and I'm going to put it back to the questions. Have a go, okay? What I would like you to do is to do these A, B, C, D, and E. Spend, so that's 3, how many marks have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 12, 16, so say 20 minutes. Spend 20 minutes having a go at this, and then I want you to post your answers, okay? So regardless what you've got after 20 minutes, I want you to post them so I can have a look, and then you can also have a go at the questions from the book, from the higher level book on page 393 as well, okay? So we've done cosine rule, sine rule, area of a triangle using sine. You can have a go at any of those questions in this chapter, okay, on chapter 6.3. Please hit me up with any questions if you get stuck or if you're not sure or if you need more work to do, let me know, okay? But keep asking questions. I'm here to help. See you later.